My wealthy client asked me to organize her closet, and I discovered she was stealing from charity donations meant for homeless women. I am a professional organizer, and last month I got hired by this socialite who lives in a $3 million penthouse downtown. She told me she needed help decluttering because she was overwhelmed by all her charitable giving. Victoria seemed like the perfect wealthy philanthropist. Men's Reiki, everything, charity gala photos all over her Instagram, always posting about helping the less fortunate. She hired me to organize her massive walk-in closet because she was donating so much to women's shelters. The closet was insane. Walls of designer bags, hundreds of shoes, clothes with tags still on, but something felt off immediately. I found brand new items mixed in with obviously worn pieces all jumbled together randomly, a $2,000 men's bag sitting next to a Niston sweater, Louboutin heels next to beat-up sneakers that clearly weren't hers. When I asked about sorting by brand or occasion, Victoria got weirdly defensive. Just organized by color, she snapped. And don't worry about the cheaper stuff. I'm donating all of that anyway. That's when I noticed the bags in the corner. 3 large garbage bags filled with clothes, shoes, and accessories. Victoria said they were donations she was preparing to drop off, but as I started organizing, I kept finding items that didn't make sense. Worn winter coat with someone else's name written inside, youth makeup that was clearly not Victoria's shade, underwear and breasts that were obviously secondhand. The red flag moment came when I found a small purse with a homeless shelter intake form inside. The form had another woman's name on it, minus Sarah Martinez, minus, along with a list of the items she'd donated to the shelter. I checked the donation bags. Victoria claimed to be preparing every single item on Sarah's list was in those bags mixed with other people's donations. Victoria wasn't preparing donations for the shelter, she was stealing from them. I kept working but started paying closer attention. Victoria had been volunteering at 3 different women's shelters in the city, supposedly helping sort donations, but she was actually taking the best items for herself and redonating the rest to make herself look generous. Her Instagram was full of photos of her delivering donations to shelters, but I realized she was just returning stolen goods to different locations. The designer items mixed with cheap clothes in her closet weren't random purchases. They were stolen donations from women who had literally nothing. The breaking point came when I found a jewelry box filled with obviously personal items, wedding rings, family photos, a locket with a child's picture inside. These weren't donations. These were personal belongings from women who were probably desperately looking for them. I took photos of everything and called the shelter listed on Sarah's intake form. The coordinator confirmed that they'd been having issues with donations going missing, especially high-value items that could help women get back on their feet. We had a woman come in crying last week because her grandmother's ring went missing from her belongings, she told me. These women have already lost everything. I finished the job but kept documentation of everything I found. Then I contacted all 3 shelters Victoria volunteered at and sent them the evidence. Victoria was banned from all the shelters within 48 hours. The police got involved when they realized the scope of what she'd been stealing. Fired out she'd been doing this for 2 years. The news story broke last week. Socialite steals from homeless women's donations. Victoria's charity board memberships were revoked. Her society friends dropped her and she's facing multiple theft charges. I donated my entire fee from that job to the women's shelters. They've recovered most of the stolen items and returned them to their rightful owners. Sarah Martinez got her grandmother's wedding ring back. She sent me a thank you card that made me cry. Victoria's penthouse is for sale now. I heard she's moving back in with her parents in Ohio. Sometimes organizing someone's closet reveals way more than just their fashion sense.